Hey mamas, I've missed you. How are you? I took a little time off to kind of recuperate from our challenge, and so I think I probably took about a week off, but welcome! Welcome to all of the new members that are here. I am Farah. I am the creator of the Babe Cave here, and I am a holistic nutrition for a weight loss coach. And here in the Babe Cave, we make momming awesome through simple steps and simple strategies that offer huge results. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Friday. I don't know if I'm going to continue to come in on Friday. I'm trying to figure out my schedule, you guys. I'm going into a new phase of life. I don't know if some of you have been there. Probably you already have. I feel like I'm pretty late in life. Hey, Angela. Hi. I feel like I'm late in life, getting in this this phase where hey, Marion. My last kid has gone to kindergarten, and sorry, my notes are just flying all over the place, and they're making me grumpy. My last kid has gone to kindergarten, and I don't know, I haven't quite solidified a plan, a schedule. I haven't solidified it yet. I feel like they've been in for a couple weeks now, and I'm just not there yet. But I promise to get there, and I have a few things changing and a few things coming up. Pretty sure I found a new co-host for our mom walk, so that'll be super helpful to me. But anywho, and that's actually what I'm talking about today, is just being overwhelmed as moms. You know, school's back in, sports have started back again. My son is doing soccer, and my daughter is in the band. And really, honestly, with the 4 kids that we have at home, I have one more, 5, so there's 5 altogether. With 4 kids I have at home, it's hard to have everybody in some sort of something, and so our idea is to split it up, and that we have 2 doing something at a time. That's what we've done. If any of you all have, hey Renee, if any of you all have had any sort of other ideas how you guys do it in your family, I would love to know how you do it. But this is how we're doing it this year, and it's a lot, even just with the 2. With her in band and him in soccer, and then we're going to rotate when that season is over. Things seem to settle down after Christmas, and then having the other 2 boys into something. I don't know, maybe that's how we'll keep it, maybe not, I don't know. But all I know is that just these kids, just the 2 into something, is overwhelming. We may have like maybe 2 nights a week where we don't have something going on, and that the family is actually all together in the same house at the same time. Besides Sunday, we're always all together on the Sabbath. But as far as the other days of the week, we just don't have time, and a lot of that is just struggling to get from one child to the other. On Mondays we have my son has soccer practice, and my daughter has band practice at the same time, and so one of us generally will have to leave practice in order to get her so she's not sick. It's just a lot, right? My husband and I are definitely dividing and conquering, and sometimes I swear I just wish that there were just 2 of me. If that was just possible, if I could have a clone, that would be great. But I know that's not a possibility between school runs and, you know, cooking, cleaning, and refereeing. And I know a lot of times some guys, some dads are like, well, what do you do all day? You're a stay-at-home mom. There's no time. I have no time. You know, just taking a shower some days, I'm like, I'm glad I got that off my to-do list. Some days it can be that bad. And, you know, I hate asking for help. I don't know if you're that type of person, but that is how I am. I grew up a very independent person. I think probably because as I was growing up, instead of my mom saying yes to me when I would ask her if I could, you know, have a ride here, or, you know, would you come here or do there, oftentimes the answer was no. And I think that's part of the reason why I just figured I would just rely on myself. And so throughout my life, I've just been fiercely independent, and I don't like asking for help and relying on other people. And so when people offer help, it feels kind of odd to me, and it takes me a minute to, you know, yes, I do know that help. Thank you very much. and saying yes, like getting those words to come out. Yes. I know for a lot of people, the word no is hard. But for me, saying yes to help it's very difficult. And so, as moms, we push ourselves to do whatever we can to be able to get the job done, whether it's sacrificing our sleep, whether it's sacrificing our showers. We just keep sacrificing and waking up earlier, staying up later until there's just nothing left. Right? Yeah. Until there's nothing left. And when it comes to weight loss, a lot of us tend to do the exact same thing. We jump in, we go all in, we get those cute little outfits, to wear to the gym. We get our gym membership, we pay the gym membership monthly, and we don't go. And we sign up for a personal trainer. We wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, we buy all the diet foods, and we want results, and we want them now, and we think it's gonna happen, and when it doesn't, right? It doesn't work out. No, we can't let that happen as far as our kids, right? That's just a no-brainer. That's just a non-negotiable. But when it comes to ourselves, that tends to be a negotiable somehow. But the reason why all those things don't work is because it's just way too much and way too overwhelming, and we have to make it fit into our busy mom life. And that's what I do. Weight loss, the weight didn't show up on you overnight, right? It didn't just, you had one bad meal and boom, you got fat. No, that's just not how it happens. It's years of not putting ourselves first. It's years of making poor choices as far as eating. It comes from thousands and thousands of little choices, and sometimes it's even generational. We pass it along to our children, or our parents passed it on to us. We pick up their eating habits. We like to eat because that's what we grew up with. Who has a favorite meal that their mom makes and I'm gonna forget this when I eat it, but it tastes so good because your mom made it with love, and you know what I mean? So when we don't see results right away and then the progress slows down, we feel completely deflated. We're just absolutely defeated, and we stop trying. We stop waking up early. We stop going to the gym and slide right back into those old habits because it was just too much. It was way too overwhelming, and we are negotiable. Our kids aren't, our husband isn't, and so the weight stays on. And the truth that all at once approach isn't going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us to our goals. And what actually works is simple, small, consistent changes that stick. So I have a list. If you want, you can try some of these out. Now, definitely when we are trying to make changes in our life, my rule of thumb is only to do, depending on what it is. Like if it's super hard, just one thing. If it's okay, doable, then you can do 2 or 3 changes at once, but never any more than that, because if we do, then we're just setting ourselves up for failure. It has to be doable. Like, I can do that. That kind of doable, okay? Simple. So, for example, drinking water before we drink our soda or our coffee or whatever it may be, so we get hydrated and support our digestion, and we're curbing that hangry spike that often happens because of the soda. Drinking water, eating protein at every meal, so important, even if it's a snack. Because if we're eating protein, that's going to help us feel full, right? It's going to help you feel full longer. It's going to keep your energy steady, and it's going to help you not spike your glucose and spike that sugar, and we don't want that because it takes so long for it to come down if it gets too high. We need to make sure we're closing the kitchen. If you watched, if you were part of our challenge a couple weeks ago, we definitely talked about that, closing the kitchen. You need to close the kitchen. You eat dinner, maybe dessert, and that's it. Kitchen's closed. No more late night snacks. Kitchen is closed. Even if you have to put a sticky note on the refrigerator, on your pantry, kitchen is closed. Everybody else, if they want to get in there, that's up to you, but you have to close the kitchen. Adding a veggie to our meals, every meal, please. Simple way is that's just the easiest way to swap out junk without restriction. 10 minutes of movement every day. Walk, stretch, body weight, calf raises, arm circles, whatever it may be. 10 minutes of movement. Just start out small. Every little thing adds up. Everything. Swap one sugary drink for water. Just one. If that's all you can do is just one, awesome. If you're addicted to Dr. Pepper, just one. One bottle of water. I promise you can do it. Your one coffee. It's huge. That spike from the sugar can last hours. Pause before eating. If you guys have heard me talk about my dad, one of the problems that he had, I'm still bothered by my notes here, sorry guys. One problem that he had was aspiration pneumonia, and that is when you eat too fast. You will aspirate, you could accidentally inhale it, so you're aspirating and it will cause pneumonia. He had been sick several times because of this sort of thing in the hospital actually, and so when we were ever with our dad, we would always make sure that he was putting his fork down, especially when we came to visit him, because we were always giving him food that he really enjoyed, and so he just wanted to inhale it, literally, unfortunately. So putting our fork down between bites, chewing it. Yeah, we're supposed to chew our food, actually. I know, right? Chew your food, enjoy it. It's not a race. I know, Mom, you feel like you are on a timer constantly, but slowing down and eating your food and mindfully is huge, because then that way we can recognize our full cues a little bit easier and a lot faster. Make one swap in your pantry. So example, for your chips, you could do popcorn. Costco's, I've seen a lot of great, Costco's been doing really well, guys. If you guys have Costco membership, check it out. They have been doing a lot of good, just good products in their stores, like chips made it with avocado oil and like gluten-free and like organic this and that. They've got a lot of stuff there, so look around and check it out. We've got some really good chips this last time we went. So if you still want to have that chip and that crunch instead of popcorn, if you're not a popcorn eater, I don't eat popcorn. It was the 15 years of being a dental hygienist, I just seen popcorn constantly and stuck in people's teeth, like they wear flossers and brushes and there's still popcorn stuck in their teeth. Yeah, so I don't eat popcorn because that's why. Sleep is so important. Aim to be in bed maybe 15 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier. Work your way up. If you're not getting enough sleep is so important to weight loss. I think we have even done a whole thing on sleep, a whole a whole live on sleep before. I'm not sure. They get deleted, by the way, so if you don't know, Facebook has decided that it's going to only leave a live inside a group, or any lives, for 30 days. So once the 30 days is over, they're gone. I have been saving them for the last maybe couple months now, a few months, and I've put them onto YouTube. So if you ever miss something and you want to see it and you're like, oh gosh, what was that live and she talked about it, you can, I think in the pinned post or the featured up above, I think I made a post in there that has a link to the YouTube videos that I do, and also day one of the challenges in there. But so far, the challenge is still live. So if you would like to check out our challenge that I've been mentioning, you won't win the $25. That's okay, because the winner has already been chosen, and I sent her her card saying, hey, Erica, good job. But you will get lots and lots of tips and tricks. And the last thing that I have for you is planning your plate, not your day. Instead of overwhelming, meal prep. Not that you're prepping your food beforehand, but that you're thinking about what you're going to eat for the whole week. That's what I do. Some people plan out for the whole month, and you guys are rock stars. Yeah, I can't get out that far, but I would like to someday. I have tons and tons of recipes, so if you're interested, let me know. But plan your plate out for the week, so that way you don't have to think, okay, this is the day that we're going to have this, and this, and this. That way when you go grocery shopping, you have all your supplies. That way you spend less time shopping. You only have to go once a week, which is what I do also. But all of these things that I'm telling you about, I teach inside the Babe Builder, and we are going to be starting the Babe Builder next week. I'm pretty sure is what our start date is going to be. I have a few moms signed up, but if you would like a spot, please comment Babe down in the comments, or message me Babe, and I'll get you some more information on that. But that's exactly, all of this is what I teach inside. I know moms don't need another exhausting to-do list. It's just too much. Let me be your to-do list. Let me be able to just tell you, okay, this is what we're doing today. It makes it so much easier, you guys. So if you're tired of starting over every week, every Monday, sometimes every day, you're like, okay, today's a new day. Today's a new day. If you're tired of staying stuck in the cycle, let me know. I got you. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I miss you. Have a great weekend. Love you. Bye.